Welcome to another episode of Talk That Talk with AK. And today, we all know how it be now. We don't come tanda for you again. And we have a lot to discuss about. And today with me, I have some awesome guests in the studio. And by my right, as always, my right hand man, I have Mr. Lucky Lokoko. Yes. And yes, by my left, the awesome, the Mr. Matthew Car. Okay. Today, guys, you're going to have a swift and nice experience. When I mean sure, I mean fast, you know what I mean? So right here, we have a lot to discuss about. And today, I want to start by asking you people, first of all, I was amazed by yesterday night's game. And I'm sure you guys had the feeling. You saw the game. You saw the goals. You saw the attack. You saw the pressure. You saw the twine. In short, according to Henry, he said that was one of the best games he has seen in the Premier League so far because the two teams were both strong in attack. So, guys, what are your own observations? What did you see? And what wowed you in this game? I'll start from Mr. Lucky.
Okay, in as much as yesterday was, we were all entertained yesterday. We all had a lovely experience. This is a game of football. Both teams were attacking. It was like a game of chess, basically. And of course, we saw how enjoyable the whole match was. But I want to take a very different approach to the popular opinion. In as much as the game was entertaining, I feel like
you expected more.
I feel like no, I was not really expecting more. I actually feel like things could have probably turned out differently.
Okay.
How do I mean?
In what sense?
If I'm a fan of Bayern or PSG, I'll actually be worried. Yeah, in as much as we saw teams playing attacking football, but I would not really fancy a side that concedes 5 goals in a match.
In the Champions League game, right?
In the Champions League semi-finals, and I'm conceding 5 goals, I'm conceding 4 goals. So this is football. This is not basketball where you have scoreline of 22-41. This is football. So and of course, the basic thing in a football match is defensive solidarity. Your defense is not solid, and you're conceding 5 goals in the match. You won, true, but you conceded 4 goals. So if you play against a side that are good defensively, that's a problem. So PSG did well. Kudos to them.
So why are you not seeing it from this angle, that?
What I'm saying is, I'm not.
No, I'm just bringing it to you, right?
Neutrals,
yes.
It was a lovely game.
Okay.
Both teams were playing, good open play football. Like I said, it was like a game of chess. So if you are a neutral, you're not a fan of Bayern, you're not a fan of PSG, it's a lovely match for you because that's how the game of football is supposed to be played. But the thing is, this is not just a league match or a match in the group stage. This is probably the biggest stage of it all. This is Champions League semi-finals.
But this is what I would say, right? These people have actually done it. In all the games, PSG and Bayern, they've actually been scoring goals in all their games.
I'm saying these teams, like what I'm saying now is these two teams, PSG and Bayern, are the top scorers in this year's Champions League.
Yes, yeah.
So they are, of course, whenever they play, they are going to get goals. You saw Bayern's last match against Atlanta, home and away. You saw the scoreline. And that has been the precedent. They play, they score goals. So that's how we know these teams. They are attacking sides. But defensively, I said this thing after the Bayern Madrid match. I said Bayern have a problem.
Their defense, right?
They score goals. They can outscore virtually any opponent. They score goals. You get, but your defense is poor. And that's the problem. You get what I'm saying? In as much as I enjoyed the game yesterday, from a defensive point of view,
you were not impressed.
I was not really impressed.
Okay.
From both sides. And of course, some people feel like, you're an Arsenal fan, that's why you are saying all this.
I'll come to that though.
Okay, so
I'll come to that, but not now.
Attacking football was on display yesterday. This is a good advert for the Champions League.
So I want you to take a pause on this, right?
Okay.
But Mr. Matthew, when you saw that PSG were leading by 5-2, was there any thought of you that told yourself that Bayern was going to come back and score another goal, score the 2 goal, or PSG also adding more to that goal? What was running to your mind during that point?
Yeah, well, actually, when I saw the 5-2, I was shocked because I gave it to Bayern from the beginning.
Oh,
they are very good team.
Yes.
Very good team. aside from the 14.
I also gave it to Bayern, guys. So might take a cut.
I was thinking it would be a draw.
So I gave it to Bayern from the beginning. So when I saw
so many people said that.
The both team, like you said, are the best team in Europe right now.
Right now.
Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. Those teams are very.
This is the final before the final.
And,
you know what we mean?
Like you said, I think this is the first Champions League semi-final with the highest goal tally.
Yes, yes, it's so high. Yeah. It's so high.
So when I saw that 5-2, honestly, I was surprised. But I believe that Bayern Munich are goal scoring side with Ølce and Ken.
Not just Ken, Luis.
So they have their attacking force that can meet whatever PSG brings. And both of them, like you said, they are the king of Europe right now when it comes to.
So, but let me ask you. This is a question that people were asking. Is it that the PSG side, they looked more informed? I don't know if I'm making any sense. They looked more informed in their style of play because they dominated the game. If you actually watch from the beginning, from the first half, you see that they actually dominated the game.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
Okay. Up until the moment when Bayern were ahead, Bayern, of course, got the penalty and they were ahead. They were showing more attacking intent. You understand? And then they scored that penalty, and of course, PSG equalized, and PSG went ahead. That's how the game is. This is a game of, you can't just say, this is not a match you can say, this team is a dominant force.
Yeah.
These guys are having more of the ball possessions, and these guys are dominating. No.
Yeah.
This is what I call end-to-end football. If this team is attacking, there's going to be a counter. The next minute the ball is here. The next minute the ball is there. It's an all-action game. An all-action game. Yeah. That's why the pressure is always on the defenders. Because 1 minute you're attacking, the next minute
you're defending.
PSG scored the 4th and the 5th goal.
Like just together.
Just minutes apart.
Yeah.
That shows you that this game is an end-to-end football. You can't just say, this team dominated, or this team had a larger chunk of the possession. You get, the game was actually there for the taking.
But if you check the stats of the game, right? If you check the stats, PSG had more shot on target.
Probably.
Not probably. They have more shot on target than Bayern.
Bayern has possession more
than...
Bayern actually dominated the game of possession.
After they were 5-2 down.
Yes, they woke up.
So that's why I say you can't just say, this team, PSG, were the dominant side. The both teams are teams that are not going to sit back. They're teams that are going to come out and they're going to play.
From the beginning, both teams are one of the strongest teams in Europe right now. And if you see the solid squad that PSG carried, you see their squad from the defense to the middle down.
They were all...
and they've been together for a couple of years. So they've worked together for a couple of years. The same thing with Bayern Munich. It's just a few players like Ølce that joined them not too long.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
They are all good teams and they are goal scoring side, and they also concede if you check their games. If you check their head-to-head, their games locally, you see that Bayern Munich conceding almost.
They conceded a lot, yes. The last match, they came from 3 goals down.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
Their defense is actually bad. You're not lying. You're not lying. Yes, PSG is a game that they always...
won 4-3.
They try to...
They won 4-3 against Mainz 05. First time they were losing 3-0. It's even like Bayern. So if you play against a team that will not concede 4 goals, then that's the problem. You cannot always count on the fact that you are always going to outscore your opponent.
Yeah, you have a good striker.
You know, if they score us 10, I'll score 15. No, that's not football. That's basketball.
But should that be a problem?
No,
that shows that the players are good.
See, that's what I'm saying. For neutrals, if you're not a PSG fan, you're not a Bayern fan, of course, it's a lovely game of football. This is what I want to be watching. People were in my DMs today that this is football, not that rubbish people are playing.
I spent
football here. They got football.
But truly though, it's that's the game of football, entertainment. You know the sport is entertainment, right? And we're entertained yesterday.
Let me say this here. People will probably want to misquote me and take what I'm going to say now out of context.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. I'd rather win a football match 1-0.
1-0.
I'd rather win a football match 1-0 than win 5-4. I'd rather win a football match.
What do you guys think? Would you guys rather win a football match 1-0 than win 5-4? Because to me, I feel like it's a good banter. It shows the might of the players to actually come back and actually. But it's a game that to me is not coordinated.
If I'm a coach, I would rather my team win 1-0
It's expected.
Hey.
than my team winning 5-4.
What if Arsenal gets to the final? Let's say Bayern, because now I know. Let's say Bayern, let's say PSG. Do you think your Arsenal can actually come and actually do the work or give us what?
Okay, well, I'll leave it with this. When I get to the final, when I get to that bridge, I'm going to cross it. It's a game of football. Let's go and do the talking on the pitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.